Very proud that we were able to win the game. Obviously, it was not, actually, it was our worst game of the year. Every time that we had a chance to put them some distance between us, we made third and long, 3rd and 30 or whatever it was, and we get a 15-yard penalty. We just fixing to score to put it away. We fumbled twice. Just a lot of little things that, I got to look at, see if the bye created that situation, or the fact that we played them 3 years in a row and had a lot of success and we weren't as intense as we need to be, or, if it's, because we're fixing to play a team this week that we played this season and had a lot of success again, and how can we keep from being overconfident? We played hard. I don't question our players ever. They've been so consistent all year long at playing as hard as they can play and making great plays. But we can't make those kind of mistakes. There's going to be a game at some point in time that's going to cost us the game. And so we've got to be careful how we approach that. We want to celebrate tonight and be happy we won, be happy we were going to the finals of the regionals. Hadn't been that far. I haven't been that far in a long time, and these guys haven't been that far. So it's a great accomplishment. We've had a great season, and I'm very proud of them, but we want to move on, and I think they want to move on. So we got to correct those mistakes and we'll go from there. But defensively, I thought besides the one play where we let number one, he's a great player, get inside of us on the post route or slant or glance, whatever you want to call it, and then he could break some tackles because he's big and strong, great player. And he was probably the guy that was going to have to beat us. I thought they might run on us a little better than they did, but our defense really stepped up, especially in a 3-man front, and stopped their great running back. So overall, total team effort. Great kick by Kevin Hinkey, 50-yard field goal. Great punt by Jeb Millender. Great return by Filbert Marshall. Good return by Jalen Jackson. I mean, it's still a complete team. We just made a few mistakes that we had. Don't think that that's our character to do, so we'll do better.
Bobby, you haven't been down in a long time at these leagues. What was it like on the sideline? You look up, you're down 17 games.
I think the only thing was a little frustration that we were making our own mistakes. I don't think there was ever doubt in the game. I felt like at halftime, Johnny Long asked me what I felt, and I said, I feel really good. I think, we got their best shot in the first half and probably our worst this year, and we're still winning. So if we go out and play like we're capable, and then, we'll be okay, and that's the way it kind of turned out. But there wasn't any panic on the sideline. I wouldn't expect panic, but, I don't think there was even any doubt. Everybody just moved on. Nobody really said much.
Bobby, did you change anything defensively to start trying to get more pressure on it?
We went a little more to a 4-man front in the second half. Our issue, and I don't want to give too much away right now. Filbert's sitting here with a pulled hamstring, and Levi's out for the year, and we lost Jarrett Taylor to Achilles early in the year, and we lost Jalen Green, got his knee operated on. All those guys are cornerbacks. And we're running out of the ability to do what we like to do, playing so many corners. And so we had to play zone. Well, we're not very good in the zone defense with a 4-man front. I just tell you that right now. And but with a 3-man front, we can play zone. And so to protect our players against that number one, we wanted to play a little more zone. You got Jalen Jackson, who's played cornerback for all of at least 10 days, and out there in the game, and actually doing a good job. But we got to get Filbert healthy, and we had also lost Maurice earlier, a couple of weeks ago. So it's been a tough deal for our cornerbacks, and we got to get healthy so we can play the schemes we want to play, and then. So we can play man coverage in a 4-man front, put pressure on him, play man, make him throw in the tight windows. That's what we've done all year long. 3 great safeties that they can go get the ball and protect those guys. And, that's what we like to do. And then if we have to go zone, we go 3-man. But that doesn't get any pressure on him today. Now, we've gotten pressure on quarterbacks before with 3-man, but today it was not working. But it did stop the run, which is surprising.
Phil, talk about the punt return. turn the momentum there?
I just know they had a great punter. I knew they was gonna try to rugby kick it, but they didn't do it this time. The blocks were set up perfect. I saw the return there just hit the crease, and I wish I would have scored, but I'm just glad I gave Tuck the position to put it in the end zone.
Jake, did y'all feel the momentum kind of turn with that play?
Yeah, definitely. Not only did it put us in great field position, Dorsey Norris had a huge hit on the sideline, which always just gets people, excited and riled up. So both of those, the good return, good field position, big hit that just kind of set us up to do what we like to do, and that's score points. So we went in and we took care of business and got the score on the board and kind of flipped the game around.
How much does having the defense behind you guys know that, I mean, you can turn it over 4 times and still win by 24 points?
Yeah, that's huge, and that's the defense has been our backbone all year. They've done a great job. That's the reason we're able to sit out a lot of second half and fourth quarters, is because the defense does such a good job of containing people and holding them. So that makes our job a lot easier. So for us to be able to turn it over 4 times is never good. Take full responsibility of the turnovers I had. But it is a safety net. It's a safety net that you don't want to have to use, but it is a good safety net, and I think it makes the entire offense a little more calm on the sidelines whenever something like that happens, because we know what kind of defense we have. We know they're going to go out there on the field and take care of business.
Trey, talk about the touchdown catch there, put y'all ahead. What play was it?
I really just don't want to say the name of the play, but just took her through a good ball, and I just made a play and went up and got it and helped my team go into the halftime with the lead.
Did you push off a little?
Maybe a little bit.
How about, did y'all feel the bye week hurt y'all rhythm-wise? Did you feel a little rusty today?
We got started slow, so maybe a little bit, but when we got back to our regular selves and got back into a rhythm, we could really tell that we were rusty at first, but after that, everything just started flowing just good.
What about Jake? You think it was a little rust there?
Yeah, I mean, we've had, of course, playoff games on Thanksgiving the past couple of years, and that's always tough because you don't have classes, so guys maybe sleep longer in the mornings than they usually do, or they stay up later at night than they usually do. So a lot of different things go into just this whole postseason we've had so far, as far as the bye week and the Thanksgiving. Just a lot of free time on your hands, which is good. A lot of free time means nobody's getting hurt on the field, which is always good. But it is tough. We was fortunate enough to practice early Thursday morning, so guys were able to go home if they were close enough. So a lot of guys traveling, going home, coming back, and so a lot of things that can get you out of your rhythm. And I wouldn't say that we was necessarily out of rhythm. UNC Pembroke's they're a good team. They make some good plays. Their defense did a good job, but that's something that we've got to overcome. We've been able to overcome. This is our 3rd bye week this year, so we've kind of had experience there, just getting past that funk that the bye week brings, but on to the next.
Again, the second half, you just completely shut them down.
Well, I want to elaborate what you're talking about first. A slow start. I mean, that first drive we had was about as pretty drive we've had all year long. What happened was plays. When Jacob got the long sack, the next time we had the ball. Then we're about to put them away again after that, and Freddie Reed gets the penalty into the face when it's 3rd and long. We did little things that kept us from being as successful as we could be, but we were playing. I mean, and I know this is difficult to write, but what I saw was we were playing good. We were just having plays that were a play here and there that was critical, that was keeping us from keeping going. And that's that. I thought that first drive against a good defense was pretty impressive. So anyway, what were you going to ask?
Just about the second half. I mean, all year long, y'all shut people down. Second half, you did it again today. What's the key to it?
we don't make a ton of adjustments at halftime. I mean, Chris does a great job during the week and his coaching staff, and we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do for the whole game. But you can, make a little adjustment, like we mentioned earlier about we're letting that quarterback have a field day standing there all day long. Let's go to a 4-man front. But we're gonna have to do some different, but we still needed to mix it up. And that was an adjustment today, but, I think the kids just have, gotten used to what the other teams do, the speed, the players that are hurting us, the plays that they're running, and have used their talent to shut people down.
Got time for 2 more questions. Talk about the center going down and,
Very difficult. Bryce Sadler played mostly the whole game, redshirt freshman that hasn't played a ton. He's played off and on during the year, and sometimes he's played guard. And now he's the center, and he went in on a 3rd down. This is critical. During that first time early in the game, he went in on 3rd and what was it, about 4 and 5? You remember the play? And I'm maybe 3rd and 3. We're fixing to run quarterback power for a first down to score, and I scared to death of the snap. He had, that's very, so just to get the snap, and it was a perfect snap, and so that was a great job. But we will have to. We moved Lorenzo Hampton to guard and got him in there at the end, and all I heard was Coach Harper say he smashed that guy on the first play. So maybe that's good, because I doubt Lance will be able to play this week. We don't know that. He's going to the doctor Monday, but we think it's turf toe, but we don't know that either. We got to get it X-rayed and be sure. But Bryce did a great job for us, and so that's a super job. We've got some other guys that can snap. We'll have to work them a little bit more this week.
Bobby, looking ahead, a team that you've had success against earlier this season, is a game like today where there's a lot of little things to correct, almost a blessing, but you're not overlooking this team, that you got a lot of work on, y'all,
Yeah, we didn't play a perfect game today, so that's something, but we played hard and made some plays because we got good players. But, we got to be careful how we approach this game and not be overconfident. That's things that we'll have to talk about, because I can't remember the game. My memory gets so bad nowadays, but I can't remember. And all I know is I had to ask outside while we were waiting, what was the score when we played them last time? And we scored 52 points and held them. And then I remember they scored 2 touchdowns late, so it was a pretty different, good game for us. And but something's got to change for them since that point too, to do what they've done. And we got to look at film and see what that was, and see if they're a lot better. They might have had some players out when we played them that time. I don't know.
all right, Coach, thanks.
All right, thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.